What is going on, SMT Nation? It is your boy, the SMT. We're going to take a look at a story here today. T-Mobile CFO touts low Magenta churn rate. This is from fiercewireless.com, Monica Alvin, the author. And it's an interesting topic. I just wanted to look at some of the key points from the executive team speaking at the Oppenheimer investor event earlier this week. And it was the EVP CFO, Peter Osvaldik, speaking on some matters. Some of the things I found interesting, ironic, untruthful, and encouraging. So it's a total mixed bag. Let's take a look at some of these key points. The first thing, he spoke to the voice quality of the network. Interesting. This is the EVP and the CFO talking about it. He stated that we've always been hyper-focused on this as one of the first to offer HD voice, and its satisfaction levels are tremendously high, he said. One of the proof points of network performance in churn. So you can see how this correlates here. Network performance is still a top driver of churn in this industry, as it should be. In my experience and in others as well, unfortunately, T-Mobile's voice experience is arguably the worst in the industry. Still a lot to do and improvements to make. So they haven't really done so much as to improve it that they've made a noticeable difference in the performance. So I disagree there, and I think many people do. Let's go ahead and check out some of this other stuff here. It says, of all the things consumers expect from a mobile service provider, voice is the least forgiving. So this pertains to call dropping. They need the coverage. They don't want calls to fail, right? Now you can give and take a little bit with some buffering video if it's momentary, or if a text just takes like 5 seconds to send. But a dropped call is the worst. And based on, third-party testing as well as many people's experiences, they do seem to drop calls, whether it's tower handoffs or whatever the situation may be. So this kind of doesn't really make sense. I mean, maybe they have improved, but that's to their own standard. They're still not really better when it comes to AT&T and Verizon, especially when you look at, third-party testers and those that report and collect the data. T-Mobile postpaid phone churn of 0.87. They were saying that compared to years ago, this is much better. It was at 1.18%. So they have been improving steadily with their churn rate. So while I do see that as an incredible gain, they're still not best in the industry. Verizon and AT&T still have better churn rates. So again, I'm going to call them out on that. Also, they don't like to count their Sprint churn. That's kind of flawed. I mean, that is your business, but whatever, to each their own. They spoke to the 10,000 new sites that are going to improve coverage and reach the ultimate target of 85,000 macro sites. So I think what they're pertaining to there is going to be rural coverage, new sites in areas they currently didn't really have native coverage. So that's encouraging to see there. That should help a lot. And then the 2.5 gigahertz, they spoke to that. They're at an 80 megahertz national average. They want to be at 100 megahertz by the end of the year, eventually being at 200 megahertz of midband. So that would probably be all the 2.5 gigahertz plus a lot of the C-band. They've got like 40 megahertz in a lot of markets, later on in the next couple of years. So I thought that was good. I mean, that's all good there. And lastly, they spoke to the Magenta MAX plan. It was in response to a customer pain point. It seems to be exactly aligned with the Un-carrier and provides a differentiated product. He declined to put a target on terms of how much they want to see grow. So I think there's a couple great things there about the Magenta MAX plan. One, customers wanted it. Two, they're willing to pay for it, but they didn't disclose how many people are adopting it and what exactly their target is for it. But I'm sure it's really high, and the more the merrier, as they can sell and improve ARPU using that plan. So let me know what you think of their points and his point, I should say, and kind of my take on it. That's just how I see it. Just some commentary to some of those points to get our discussions going down in the comment section below. Thank you for watching. Subscribe for more SMT content, and we will catch you all on the next video. Peace.